Greetings and thank you for joining me on the Victory Independence channel. I have two charts I want to share with you guys real quick. If you look back at the XAU, which is a well-known gold mining index, you'll see that historically it has performed poorly in the year of a presidential election and has strong performance the following year. The last year was no different for miners, with the TSX Venture, which is filled with junior mining companies, was down 20% as a whole. You can see right here at the XAU from 1984 to 2008. We know this is also true for 2012, even though 2012 isn't on this chart. It did poorly. So will it have a 2013 comeback? It's interesting. You know, somebody sent me this and thought it was worth sharing. From here's 1985 to 2009. Again, we don't have the data for 2013. If somebody's looking at 2009, why does it end there? Remember, presidential cycles are 4 years. So there shouldn't be any data for 2010, 11, or 12. So we're looking for the year after a presidential election. Junior miners doing well, or at least the XAU doing well. And, you know, two of the stocks that I'm involved in is Canark Resource Corp and Brazil Resources. Here's the thing. You've got to look at, do you think gold and silver are going to make new highs, or specifically gold? Because that's when the explorers do well. Explorers rally when gold makes new highs. So if you think gold is going to make new highs, and I think it will, because of the debt ceiling and because of the fiscal cliff that was really just kind of kicked and postponed to March 1st, I think there's a very significant chance that gold makes new highs. If you do think it'll make new highs, then you might want to consider gold explorers. If you don't think it's going to make new highs, I think you should probably avoid them because we might have another down year for this entire sector. I do like buying at these prices though right now, only because everyone else hates them. You know, you could throw a bowling ball down one of these convention or resource shows. I mean, there's no interest in the gold mining junior industry. I think that's a very positive sign for people who want to pick them up. You know, a lot of people wanted to own them in 2004, 2006, huge rally in 2009, and now they've been down for going on 2 years, and, you know, people are giving up. I think you should find a few core companies. The reason I mention the ones I have, I've not only established business relationships with them, but I've pretty much made them my only exposure to the gold mining industry as far as the juniors. I used to own like 10. I've just cut it down. I stick with the people. When I look at Canark, got Bradford Cook, current sitting CEO, founder of Endeavor Silver. When I look at Brazil Resources, I not only have Amir Adnani, who is current sitting chairman or CEO of Uranium Energy Corp. I look at Rick Rule and Doug Casey, actively buying Brazil Resources. I look at the oldest bank that's invested in it. I mean, when have you ever heard of a bank like Brazil Invest? It's the oldest merchant bank in Brazil owning a mining stock. I mean, it's a junior mining stock. This is just ridiculous. So stick with the people, stick with core people, and maybe you don't like the two that I've mentioned. Find some that you do like and know the people. That's my big advice to people. Know the people. Call them up. Don't be scared. And if they don't want to talk to you, don't buy their stock. These are junior mining companies. You know, when you invest with these companies, you're really part of the deal. You're one of their few shareholders. Maybe they only have a few hundred or a few thousand. This isn't these aren't blue chip companies. So anyway, interesting charts and a catalyst for gold and silver going up, and a catalyst for the miners to following or even leading. Again, mining companies tend to go up when gold goes up. Explorers tend to go up when gold makes new highs. It's an important thing to remember because a lot of people, they'll own these stocks and you know, they don't know why it's not going up because gold's gone up 50 bucks. Look, number one, if they don't actually have gold, which the two that I mentioned do have gold, but if they don't have gold, which is like most of them, Rick Rule has a funny thing that he says, which is the obvious. Why would they go up? They don't have any gold. So if they've got gold and they're not going up because of a $50 move, you got to remember, explorers tend to go up when gold makes new highs. One more thing I was going to mention is that these are very volatile. You know, often people email me and say, hey, why is Canark down 2 cents, or why is Brazil Resources down 10, 15 cents? You have to remember these are very, very small companies. So I mean, a lot of times they can be moved by $20,000, $30,000 in dollar volume. Often I reply to people who ask me that. Look, for all we know, somebody had to get a divorce. Somebody just lost their job, and when they sold, they had to hit the bid. They needed liquidity. That's one of the reasons why I feel comfortable sharing with these two companies, because they do have a lot more liquidity than most juniors. A lot of juniors don't. They have 0 trading days where they don't trade anything. And of course, the TSX side is always a little easier to get in and out of. But of course, a lot of American investors, they have Ameritrade, and certain companies like Options Express, they don't do TSX. But you can always buy on the OTC side. But I honestly, it doesn't matter to me which side of the exchange I buy on. But it is always best if you have somebody like E-Trade and you get on the TSX or these foreign markets, especially if on other investments you're trying to do what Peter Schiff does, where you're buying on the actual exchange of the foreign country, if you're truly trying to diversify yourself out of the U.S. dollar and U.S. financial system. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Bye.